Somewhere beneath a mountain in Iran, a missile sits in complete darkness. It isn't moving. It isn't visible. It doesn't even appear on most maps. But it's there, fully fueled, fully armed, and ready. If the order comes, it can launch in under 5 minutes. No warning, no buildup, no second chance to stop it. The Pentagon knows it exists. They track where it might be. And every time tensions rise in the Middle East, this single weapon quietly climbs to the top of America's threat list. But here's the part most people never hear about. That missile isn't even the most dangerous thing Iran has built. Over the last few years, Iran hasn't just been upgrading its weapons. It's been redesigning the way war itself is fought. Not by trying to outspend the United States or match its technology, but by finding something far more dangerous, its weaknesses, and exploiting them quietly, systematically, and deliberately. To understand why that matters, you have to understand something most people get completely wrong. Iran is not trying to win a war against America, at least not in the way most people imagine. There are no plans for massive tank battles, no attempt to control the skies, no head-on collision between superpowers. Instead, the strategy is much colder and far more calculated. The goal is simple: make war so painful, so unpredictable, and so expensive that the other side decides it isn't worth continuing. Think about that for a second. The United States has spent decades building some of the most advanced defense systems ever created. Patriot missile batteries, Aegis warships, Iron Dome systems. Each interceptor missile costs anywhere from $1 to $3 million. Now imagine this. Instead of sending one threat, you send 50 from different directions, at different speeds, and at different altitudes. Some are real. Some are decoys. Some exist purely to confuse radar. Now the defender has a problem. They don't get to choose what to ignore. They have to respond to everything, and every response costs them millions. This is the foundation of Iran's strategy. Not precision, not dominance, but pressure. Constant, layered, relentless pressure. And that brings us to the first weapon. Not the fastest or the most advanced, but possibly the most disruptive. Because this weapon doesn't need to hit a target to succeed. It just needs to make people afraid to enter the area. The Strait of Hormuz is a narrow stretch of water, just 21 miles wide. But every single day, around 20% of the world's oil passes through it. 1/5 of global energy supply moves through a space smaller than most cities. Now imagine that space becomes dangerous. Not closed, not blocked, just uncertain. That's where the Ghadr 380 comes in. It's a long-range missile designed not just to strike, but to threaten. In early 2025, it was test-fired across more than 1,000 kilometers, striking a target at sea. But the real power of this weapon is psychological. It doesn't need to sink a ship. It just needs to make shipping companies hesitate, insurance companies react, prices spike, and routes change. Suddenly, a single missile has triggered a global ripple effect. This is called area denial. You don't shut something down physically, you make it feel unsafe. And that changes behavior faster than destruction ever could. But that's just one layer, because while that threat operates at sea, something else is happening in the air. And at first glance, it doesn't look dangerous at all. It's small, roughly the size of a motorcycle. It's slow, loud, and easy to spot. And it's cheap, about $30,000 to build. This is the Shahed drone, and it has already changed warfare. Because it's not designed to be impressive. It's designed to be overwhelming. These drones aren't sent one at a time. They come in waves, 5, 10, 20, sometimes dozens at once, from different directions, at different heights, on slightly different paths. The defender has to stop every single one because they don't know which ones matter. And here's the problem. To stop a $30,000 drone, you might need to fire a $2 million interceptor. Do that enough times and the math starts to break. This isn't just a military problem, it's an economic one. And in modern warfare, those two are the same thing. And just when defenses adapt, the drones evolve. Faster versions, harder to track, with less time to react. But while drones overwhelm from below, something else is coming from above. Faster, heavier, and designed to hit things that were never supposed to be destroyed. The Khorramshahr 4 is a ballistic missile with a warhead weighing around 1.5 tons. That's not just a strike, that's impact. But what makes it dangerous isn't just its size, it's how quickly it can be used. Older missiles needed hours to prepare. Fueling, setup, visible movement that could be tracked. This one doesn't. It can sit ready for years, hidden, stored, waiting. And when the moment comes, it launches fast, before satellites can react, before defenses can reposition. Even without perfect accuracy, that much mass hitting a target does the rest. Runways, fuel depots, ports, command centers, all vulnerable. But even that assumes you know where the missile is. What if you don't? That's where the Sagil changes everything. Because the real problem is not stopping the missile, it's finding it. The Sagil is mobile, stored, and ready. When the order comes, it can go from hidden to launched in minutes. By the time you detect it, it's already gone. And that creates a new kind of threat, not just a weapon, but uncertainty. Because even if you strike first, you can't be sure you eliminated everything. And that means something can always come back. But the final weapon on this list goes even further, because it doesn't just challenge defenses, it challenges the entire logic behind them. Modern missile defense works on one idea: predict the path, intercept the target, destroy it midair. Simple, reliable, proven, until something stops following the path. That's what the FATA system is designed to do. Not just travel fast, but move unpredictably. At the final stage, it adjusts, changes direction, and breaks the calculation. Suddenly, the interception point you aimed for is no longer correct. Now here's the reality. Not all of its capabilities are confirmed. Some claims are debated. Some remain unproven. But here's the part that matters. Defenses don't get to assume it won't work. Because even the possibility changes everything. It forces faster decisions, more interceptors, and higher pressure. And that pressure is the entire point. Because none of these weapons are meant to act alone. They are designed to arrive together. Drones from below, missiles from above, threats at sea, strikes on land, all at once. Not to destroy everything, but to overwhelm everything. And once that happens, the question is no longer, can you defend against it? It becomes, how long can you afford to? That's the real strategy, not domination, but exhaustion. Because in the end, the most powerful weapon isn't the one that hits the hardest. It's the one that forces the other side to stop fighting. And that's why these weapons matter. Not because of what they've done, but because of what they're designed to do next. If you made it this far, you now understand something most people never hear explained this clearly. Not just what these weapons are, but how they work together, and more importantly, why they were built. Because this isn't just about Iran, it's about how modern warfare is changing, quietly and permanently. And the people watching it closest are the ones who know this is only the beginning. If you found this valuable, subscribe, because the next shift is already happening.